Happy Thursday, everyone. This is the weekend inspirational notations for the weekend of June 14th, Friday, happy hour time, Flag Day, through Sunday, June 16th. So we'll be doing general readings of the vibe of the tribe, what's to be expected, what's to be rejected, the surprising and arising, and the love boat. There's 4 little categories here for this weekend. So let's just shuffle for a few minutes and ask, what do we need to know? What's coming up for all of us? Never shuffling cards, just focus on what you're thinking, focus on your question, relax and step into the magic of it all, huh? Of course, today we're using, as always, Hope's Heart Tarot. Hope's Heart Tarot. So I'm going to shuffle one more time. What do we need to know? There we go. I'm going to cut once, set it down, and knock. That's our read. What does Odin's runes, what do they have to say? Odin's runes, we're working with those today too. Wonder what this deck has to say about what's coming up this weekend. Let's move the cards around, relax, go into that shuffle card mode. Yeah, just cut once. There we are. Okay, the first question is, what's the vibe of the tribe? What's just the general vibe of people's moods, how they're feeling, what's influencing them? And the first card, which I notice here, is straight up. Straight up. The page, or the 5 of Wands. Yeah, this weekend is about meeting our obligations and stepping up to the daily struggle of life. Sometimes when we go through this and we look at all the things that we're doing and all the things we need to do, it gives us cause to examine maybe if there's a few things that are taking up time that aren't worth it. Or maybe they are. But the 5 of Wands, in any case, causes us to rise to the occasion. Odin's runes. First card is Yera reversed. Yera, as she lets go of the old dead twig of the past season and grasps onto the alive one with the change of year. Yera means year. Anyway, it was reversed, which means it is a change of season. So we need to rise to the occasion, everyone's realizing, because it is a change of season. Well, yes, we're going into summer, but I think we're talking about more ethereal things. A change of season in relationships, or a change of season in how we're thinking about things, or where we want to work, or how we want to live our weekday. I think there's all kinds of aspects that could go to a change of season, and we need to examine that this weekend. The next question is, what's to be expected? Let's look, and it is reversed. What is it? The fuddy-duddy, you guys. All right, the maiden, the light, fresh, happy energy within us, which becomes a little bit selfish or has a hidden agenda, becomes the fuddy-duddy. With what's to be expected as the fuddy-duddy, I would imagine that a lot of people are going to feel that they're not at their best. They're not at their prime. But when we're trying to meet the challenges of life, right? And when there's a change of season, sometimes we feel like that. That's okay. It's interesting, the rune that came up with it is Taiwas turned at an angle to indicate being ego-centered. Taiwas straight up, which became the letter T. Isn't it interesting that the letter T was an arrow pointing up? We kind of flattened it out. Let's make a movement and put it back to an arrow pointing up. Spiritual warrior is what Taiwas means, but when we start to become ego-centered, right, we run the risk of having an abuse of power. We don't want to be that. So a little bit of ego-centeredness, but a fuddy-duddy when we're feeling like we're fuddy-duddy, when we're feeling like we're not fresh and young and spry, even though we still are, but when we feel that way, it could tend to cause an ego-centeredness, and that's to be expected. We're trying to meet the obligations of life and rise to the occasion. and there is a change of season. That makes sense. So, what's to be rejected? Are you ready? Let's ask the tarot. What's to be rejected? What's some aspect of our lives, even if it's something that looks good for us, that can be rejected? Oh, being imprisoned by fear, the Eight of Swords. Yeah, let's reject that. Boy, I'll tell you what, this is dead on. We have to realize that our own thoughts limit us more than just about anything else. And we can change that whenever we want by using reason and logic so that we can end up back with mental freedom. It's interesting, I'm taking a sneak peek here of the rune that's laying here on top. You know what Odin's runes has to say? What's to be rejected is submission. And it's interesting that Uruz, the second rune of the Nordic alphabet, is for freedom, being free. There has to be part of you that refuses to buckle under. You see, with freedom, you can't have any submission or you end up in slavery. It takes a lot of courage to bring us back to that original freedom. Look at this. Because mental freedom is the Eight of Swords reversed, which really is. The Eight of Swords rejected would be freedom, right? I'm not going to buckle under. And submission, something to be rejected so we can turn it upside down, would be courage. Excuse me, guys. What's to be rejected is coming under abuse of power or becoming a slave to something or worrying too much. There's got to be something fun in this read, right? So far it's been about work and struggling to be our best and not being ego-centered and embracing a change of season and trying to remain free through it all. Come on, what's the surprising and arising? Let's hope for something really great. Yay! Okay, the Six of Cups. Six, which in numerology is nurturing energies, and cups or hearts, which in tarot is your loves and your passion. Nurturing love is mothering, loving, nurturing energy. And it can also mean simple pleasures. You forgot you like checkers, right? Going back to one of your favorite old movies you've seen 50 times. That is nurturing, and it is kind and loving and supportive. And so the surprising and arising in all of this struggle of the weekend is just simple, easy pleasures. And the rune that goes with it, Hagalaz, or hail, reversed, stands for resourcefulness. So simple pleasures and resourcefulness is interesting. Maybe we are good enough with some of the things that we have. Maybe something just, you know, I don't know, marshmallows on a fire. That's a simple pleasure. Resourcefulness. I have what I need. I can make do with what I have. The rune in and of itself, of capital H, indicates place that you can find shelter, something you can go under, see? And so for a culture, the Norwegians, thousands of years ago, who lived where it was frozen for 8 months and hailed for 4, they knew it was going to hail. They knew it was going to wipe them out. What are they going to do? Well, they're going to find survival and resourcefulness. And because the Six of Cups sometimes goes back to childhood memories, maybe as we are working through our weekend, we'll find cause to look back to old days where maybe the going was a little tough or the road was a little rocky and we were resourceful. Maybe we can draw upon old memories. So the last of the 5 categories is the love boat. What's the romantic energy? What is it? What is it? Oh, wow. The tarot says it's the Hermit reversed. Now, the Hermit card is about taking time to be alone and to study and to grow this great light inside of us that can come out and can light the way and help others on their path too. Okay? And that's a nice card, but it's really nice reversed, which means the Hermit isn't alone anymore. The Hermit has come down off the mountain, and the Hermit is ready to be with other people and to shine his light, right? from all the struggle and hard work, which leads to authenticity and stripping us of everything we don't need, we end up being real. We end up being shiny. We end up being a light. And when we combine that with the rune of thru, right, we get good fortune. Isn't this interesting? The ability to come out with your shining light and also to roll the dice and take a chance. Yeah, because you really don't have anything to lose, right? I think it's interesting that in both of these cards it shows wisdom and solitude, right? Except reversed, the Hermit means you're with other people. What an interesting weekend. So to review, it comes back, it starts with the 5 of Wands, daily struggle and rising to the opportunity, and Yera reversed of a change of season. Let things change. Let things be what they are. And what's to be expected is maybe we're not feeling our brightest, shiniest best, but we have to be careful not to become ego-centered to make up for it. It's okay. It's okay in a struggle that you don't have perfect hair or you don't feel like going to a party. That's okay. The thing to be rejected is certainly imprisonment or any kind of submission. We have to maintain our freedom and our mental freedom and our physical freedom and our joy, because the thing that is unexpected, the arising and the surprising, is the 6 of Cups. Isn't that nice? Going back to childhood memories and simple pleasures. And of course, Hagalaz, reversed resourcefulness. In the end, how we're all going to feel and how romantic we're going to be is with our light shining and realizing our good fortune. Well, that was a great read. It's going to be an interesting weekend, and we'll see you next Thursday. Enjoy yourself. Have a safe, marvelous weekend. This has been Joan Kristen Haugen, reporting from Sturgis, South Dakota. Please like and share this video and comment as you see fit. If you'd like your own deck of Hope's Heart Tarot or Odin's Runes, just visit prairiemagic.com. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you, and have a really great weekend.